Hey everyone, welcome to Post to Post. If you're new, my name is Neil, and round one is officially over. Last night we were treated to another Game 7 overtime. It was just such a treat. Regardless of who plays, anytime you see a Game 7 in overtime, it's amazing for any hockey fan. I love watching Game 7 overtimes. It doesn't get any better than that. And Calgary, with the victory over the Dallas Stars, pushing themselves into round two for a Battle of Alberta, Edmonton versus Calgary. I can't wait for that. Series preview coming soon on the channel. Let's just look at this specific series really quickly. I apologize in advance if I don't necessarily seem like myself, or I seem a little lackluster as far as energy. I'm under the weather. I don't feel that great today. Actually, over the weekend, I didn't really feel that great, and it got a little bit worse today, so I apologize. Game 1, Calgary won 1-0. Game 2, Dallas won 2-0. Game 3, Dallas won 4-2, took the lead in the series. Game 4, Calgary won 4-1, tied it up. Game 5, Calgary won 3-1, took the lead in the series. Game 6, Dallas fought back, won 4-2. Game 7 happened last night. Calgary 3-2 in overtime. I just have a couple of notes because I think this series can really be summed up in just a couple of names. The first and the most important, no offense to anyone in Calgary, but Jake Ottinger. That was one of the most, regardless of Game 7. Game 7 was a standalone, amazing, once-a-decade performance almost. But the entire series was unbelievable. I've not seen a goalie performance like that since, when I think of just goalies carrying a team, I try not to think of Jonathan Quick versus that I think that was the first series of Vegas's history in 2018. LA got swept, if I'm not mistaken, so he didn't really carry the team anywhere. They didn't even win a game. But the performance that he gave in those games reminded me of Jake Ottinger. No offense to Dallas, but Dallas would have been out in 4 or 5 if it wasn't for Jake Ottinger. His performance in the entire series, and specifically in Game 7, will go down in history as one of the best goaltending performances in NHL history. It was unbelievable. 67 shots total in last night's game. That's just shots, not including shot attempts or scoring chances. I don't know. It was unbelievable. I was cheering for Calgary because I want to see a Battle of Alberta, but every time that Calgary shot the puck, and Ottinger made an incredible save, and then he made another save off the rebound, and another acrobatic save. I slowly stopped cheering for Calgary. I'm like, if Dallas wins, I'm going to be so happy for this kid, for Jake Ottinger. But at the end of the day, I was very happy that Calgary did get the victory. Johnny Gaudreau, I thought, was fantastic. Probably the best playoff performance he's ever had in his entire life. Probably some of the best string of games in his entire career, I think. So I can't imagine how thrilled Calgary Flames fans are because of the controversy of Johnny Gaudreau in the last couple of years. He didn't show up for grand sections of playoff performances and regular season. So I think there was a lot of conversations on, will he get traded? Should he get traded? He's going to get traded. Where is he going to go to, and what can we get for him? A lot of those conversations were happening. I don't think any of those conversations are happening now. He was a very impactful player this series, and especially last night with a game-winning goal in overtime. And a really cool goal at that, at a really, really strange angle. He sniped it pretty good. So those are honestly the two names that I want to call out on each team. I think Dallas's play structure, the third name I have down here is Rick Bowness. Dallas's play structure is their greatest asset, but also their Achilles heel. They play a very structured, defensive, but opportunistic style of hockey. Most of their offensive chances come off of forcing mistakes from the opposing team and being opportunistic and taking advantage of it. They generate offense that way. They're not really a team to push the pace. So when they run into a team like Tampa Bay or Calgary, that's an offensive juggernaut, and they've got so many threats on so many different lines, that it wears away at you. And you can only really sustain that for so long. So I think Dallas has a lot of success versus very specific teams, but their weakness is exposed by, last night was the perfect example. Can you imagine if there was a regular performing goaltender in net for Dallas? It wouldn't even gone close to overtime. Their play structure, that just doesn't, it doesn't jive, again, with the players they have on the team. Dallas has a lot of offensive threats as well, but they're not utilized because of Rick Bowness's structure. He's likely going to go away. Hopefully, from just a viewer perspective, it's boring hockey to watch. If someone else comes in with more of an offensive mindset, a coach, whatever, and they are allowed to play a little bit more, the players in Dallas, I think we're going to see, number one, a more exciting Dallas Stars team to watch. Number two, a happier player set of the entire roster. There are a lot of players on the team who want to be a little bit more creative offensively and just can't because they're forced into playing the system. And sometimes playing into a system works. I think Barry Trotz's system is a pretty good example of that. Maybe not this year, but not totally his fault. It's risky. Like, defense is sometimes your best offense because it can generate a lot of chances that go the other way. But overall, in hockey at least, recently in history, your best offense is your offense. Tampa Bay is a good proof of that. Toronto Maple Leafs as well, at least in the regular season and into these playoffs for sure. Calgary does a great job of it, and other teams as well. So I just don't think that Dallas's play structure, even if they won this series, was going to get them too far in the playoffs. It wears you down. And I don't think that, what's the best way to word this? I just don't think it's the best long-term plan for a team as far as structure. It doesn't always lend to a victory. You have to really rely on the opportunistic chances and just generate offense when you can, and you're never pushing the pace. You're very rarely pushing the pace. And then when you're not pushing the pace, you don't get opportunities. It's just, I don't know. I'm just personally not a fan of it, but what do I know? I'm just some random dude making videos on YouTube. I know nothing, okay? But overall, it was an enjoyable series to watch for the most part. I think the first couple of games, there were way too many penalties. Again, inconsistent reffing. Game 7 reffing compared to Game 1 reffing, totally different. And that's not acceptable. I don't care who you're a fan of. Calgary, Dallas, doesn't really matter. We want consistent reffing. So very happy that Calgary moved on. Very happy that Jake Ottinger got to get the respect that he deserves, and he got so much respect from the players, from the coaching staff of Calgary, from Calgary fans, from regular hockey fans, and especially from Dallas Stars fans. So even though Dallas is going home, I don't think they have anything to be completely upset about. They should be proud of their team's performance, and they've got some work to do in the offseason and some decisions to make. So I'll leave it at that. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments section. What does Dallas need to do specifically in the offseason? Do they need to bring Rick Bowness back and try again with the system, or do they need to bring in someone else? In Calgary, you're coming in facing Edmonton for Battle of Alberta, one of the most important series in their franchise history, one of the most amazing series that's going to take place in NHL in general in probably the last 2 or 3 decades. A lot of hockey fans are excited for it. I'm excited for it. Flames fans, what do the Calgary Flames need to do to get by Edmonton? Would love to hear from you. Hope you guys are having a great day. If you're new and you like Hockey Talk, consider hitting the subscribe button down below. We're talking hockey on a daily basis. Tomorrow, you will see 2 series previews. The following day, you will see 2 more series previews and possibly another Pickles, my cat, predicting which teams are going to win, because he went 5 for 8. He went 6 for 8 or 5 for 8, I think, in the first round, which is not bad for a cat. So we'll see how he does in the second round. You'll probably see that video tomorrow or maybe the next day at some point. But yeah, hope you guys are having fun watching hockey. Tonight is a night off, so enjoy it, get some rest, because tomorrow, Game 1s, baby. See you there. Adios.